It's like literally about an hour.
You have to leave at like 4:45, 5:45.
It's like literally an hour.
All right.
So,
Oh, we could do that.
yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't look like I'm getting. Hey, it's working. It's working. I don't count. That's what I'm learning here. Okay.
You're too far away, man.
Welcome to the Undisputed Podcast of the World, and you know our schedules now. You know our schedules. Because we started recording it before that. Across from me, way over here,
Yup.
he is the one, the only Trebuchet.
Yes,
He has to go to work soon.
I'm tired. I'm sore. I closed. I didn't sleep till 4 a.m. last night, and now I got to go back to work. Yay.
Next to me here, crouching tiger
I'm
in a
depressed.
chair, Patty Patterson.
Woo! Hello.
I'm very goth today.
I thank you. A
Yes.
lot of black.
Finally, your general manager. Pretty goes. You no one can see this.
Always showing.
Just show them what you can't see. All right. Recap live Smackdown. We got like 5 minutes to talk about it because we are on a time.
We're not
crunch.
doing box
We'll
fans.
do box fan after. You know, excited. We're not excited.
This is
Nope,
crazy.
Nope. It's ominous. It's looking over us. It's a fan.
I know.
It'll
It's just
turn on soon.
hovering and okay.
Wait, hold on. And I missed someone. The box fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Gonna have great opinions
okay.
on Raw, I'm sure.
Smackdown live, not
The last,
not the new
Smackdown
show, but
we
yes,
saw live.
Yes, the last one of the old era we went to in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
And / main event as well.
Yes, which we will watch.
We have
in
not
the
seen
future
main event yet.
because
We have seen
It is
SmackDown.
not on the network yet. But we
AOFT.
watched SmackDown, and the entire podcast got caught on the camera because of Miss Patty Patterson's wonderful legit boss sign. Give it up for her. Held by the general manager himself. I was too busy rocking my gold titles, and then we had Big Perm and his girl down at the other end, and Patterson's significant other was there as well, and he had a good time for half of it, and then he got mad because he didn't understand your oily Titus India sign.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. You like the oily men here.
Yeah.
That was just a little fun fact for everybody. But that wasn't the only time we got on camera.
Yeah.
When Enzo Amore and Big Cass came out.
Yeah.
We had signs ready to spell it out for you. We did.
It looks right.
SAWFT.
Doing good.
Soft.
And
And what was supposed to happen
it
when we did that?
It was supposed to have a text-based correction to soft.
We
soft.
no. Well, what it is we had the word soft spelled out, but on the other side we had
the three changing letters.
We had the word soft spelled SOFT with an asterisk in front of it.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
And yes, but after you said that, we were going to flip it over, and it was supposed to be a funny joke, but the S never got flipped.
It did get flipped. I mean, if you look at the footage,
it's just too late.
It happens way late.
They just run it.
Oh, look in the corner
they
there.
Run an ad for Battleground way too soon, and you don't see it, and it's just like
I'm
it
gonna
was
tweet
a
out.
sham.
I'm gonna tweet out
So
soon.
asterisk AOFT. Oft. That's what we're going with.
I'm very sure that our Cesaro section sign is gonna main event. When we watch that, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be.
I made so many Cesaro section signs. That cameraman better have been watching us that whole time.
Yeah.
So were we on it all? I only saw half of I saw it live, but I only saw half of it on TV because it dozed off.
Well,
were we on again after that?
It's like we weren't specifically zoomed in on.
Okay.
Like you can see like the trebuchet like during Miz TV off in the corner. Like
just
I'm
enjoying it.
Yeah,
Enjoying it.
I'm the only person standing because the Miz is talking. Like you guys were there. Like I was just telling everybody what was going on. I got complimented. Somebody called me Gorilla Monsoon while I was out there because I was just calling the action like I do because I'm trebuchet. That's what I do. I just bring that to any area I'm at. If I see wrestling, I call the action. It's not something I do willingly. It's just instinct. So there's that. I had a ton of fun at SmackDown. I'm gonna say. I mean. We weren't even that close, but we could see everything.
I got to see Alicia Fox and
I think we've lived up to the billing of being the gem section.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I met a bunch of people. The little kid behind me had to sign upside down. I was like, "Oh, dude, you gotta turn that over."
Oh yeah, you were very, very courteous.
Oh yeah, I am. Those are my people. Those are my people. We're not humanoids over here. They're humanoids down south in like Columbus, Ohio. down that area.
Oh, okay.
Bunch of humanoids.
Well, we're
Up here in
cool.
Grand Rapids, no, we're the Gems.
In the G, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
why it starts with G. Gems.
Yeah, got it.
Gem Rapids.
Gem Rapids.
Yeah. So there you
Sounds
go.
like a very luxurious place.
It is.
So moving on, let's recap Raw.
I thought you said we're doing box fan theater after
Oh,
you did that.
No,
Like, what kind of structure does this show have? Like,
Here you go. Okay, go ahead. Give me an intro. I'll be
right.
ready by then.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah,
Because
you
last
gotta
time
do
I
this.
did, you weren't ready. Like,
I'm already there.
all right. Ladies and gentlemen, from Grand Rapids, Michigan, the Undisputed podcast of the world proudly brings to you your favorite segment of all time throughout history, Box Fan Theater.
Hello.
Holy ho.
Are we awake?
Ah!
We are not going to hear the box fans stance on Raw because no one wanted to. So I'm moving the table, so I will stop doing that. I will sit down.
Thank you.
So we don't have like I don't get table points today. Anyways, we're going to talk about the Worldwide Wrestling Federation United States Tag Team Championship.
That's the WWF
Yes. Thank
US Tag Team
you.
Championship.
WWF US TCs.
Yes.
TTCs, sorry.
Come on, man. Get your acronym right.
This tag team championship traces its lineage back to the Northeast Territory of the National Wrestling Alliance. In 1963, the championship became a part of the Worldwide Wrestling Federation and was held by a number of teams, including WWE Hall of Famer Killer Kowalski and Gorilla Monsoon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah, we're right on topic.
Dr. Jerry and Luke Graham, the Sicilians, and Bruno Sammartino and Spiros Arion before being retired in 1967. So let's take a look at this. This little history here. Not as bad as the last time we did this, so it's good. 1963, March 7th, Washington, D.C. Buddy Austin and the Great Scott defeated Nature Boy Bundy Rogers and Johnny Barron. Buddy Austin and the Great Scott won a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Austin replaced the Great Scott's original partner, who was injured while losing to Lewis on the first fall.
Whoa.
Interesting.
How dramatic.
May 16th, the same year in Washington, D.C., Skull Murphy and Brute Bernard defeated Buddy Austin and the Great Scott. November 14th, the same year in Washington, D.C. as well. Wait, I'm missing a... Oh, they're not all in Washington, D.C., but almost all are. Killer Kowalski and Gorilla Monsoon defeated Skull Murphy and Brute Bernard to take the belt. In December 28th, in Teaneck, New Jersey, Chris and John Tolos defeated Killer Kowalski and Gorilla Monsoon. Then we move into the great year of 1964, February 16th, New Haven, Connecticut.
Great year, apparently.
Don McClarity and Vittorio Apollo defeated Chris and John Tolos. That's why it was great.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Oh,
It's the only reason I like that year.
gotcha.
But unfortunately, on June 6th of the same year in Washington, D.C., Dr. Jerry Lou Graham defeated them. Moving into 1965, they kept that belt that whole time, but Gene Kiniski and Waldo Von Erich, I bet he's related to Lacey, defeated them. And then we move on to April 6th in Washington, D.C., where Gorilla Monsoon and Cowboy Bill Watts defeated Gene Kiniski and Waldo Von Erich. And then Gorilla Monsoon and Cowboy Bill keep the belt until August 7th in Washington, D.C., when Dr. Bill Miller and Dan Miller took it from them. Picture here of some guy. Okay, not me. Sorry. But the Dr. Millers keep the belt in 1966. February 21, New York. It changes hands. Antonio Puglisi and Johnny Valentine defeated them. Those two are like, I'm going to keep this belt all summer. And September 22, Washington, D.C., right around the solstice. We're going to see Baron Mickle, Skluna, and Smasher Sloan defeat them.
Wow.
And then, right,
Little rocky pronunciation there, but we'll go with it.
Skluna?
No, we'll go with it. So we're going with it.
Okay. Then on December 8th of the same year, in Washington, D.C., once again, Spiros Arion and Antonio Puglisi, oh yeah, we're going with it, defeated Baron Mikel Skluna and Smasher Sloan. But, however, going into 1967 here a little bit,
Yeah.
in June 1957, Antonio, of that guy, abruptly left the United States. Was he drafted to They were
I
fighting
don't know.
Nam. I
What
don't know.
happened?
Spiros Arian selected Arnold Skaaland as his new tag team partner to defend the championship.
Oh.
And that didn't go very well because so about a month later, on July 10th, the Sicilians defeated them
Yeah, not
in
surprised.
Atlantic City.
Not surprised. New
And
champion.
lastly, in Atlantic City, Bruno Sammartino and Spiros Arian defeated the Sicilians on July 24th of that year. And in late 1967, they kept the belt. But Bruno Sammartino vacated his half of the championship to concentrate on his WWE Champion title defenses. The United States Tag Team Championship would remain vacant and eventually vanish from the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. That's not fan theater.
History lesson.
For the episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wrestling history through moving wind. Get that nowhere else. Because why would you?
Raw. Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Big thing happened.
Really? Like what?
Shane O'Mac and Stephanie were there.
Yeah, I
Remember
guess. Yeah.
They selected their commissioners for SmackDown Live and Raw Still Live.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Happened in Raw.
No, they didn't. They selected their general
Commissioner.
managers. No, they are the
Oh,
commissioners.
general man. You're right.
I'm like,
You're right. You're right.
the general managers
right.
answer to
You're
the
right.
commissioners, not the other way
You're
around.
right.
I know I'm right.
You're
You
right.
keep saying it because it's true.
You're right. One more for your ego.
Yeah.
You're right.
I know I'm right. Might as well be my catchphrase. I'm
Why would
right.
that be? I was like, your catchphrase is going to be "You're right."
Yeah.
In what world?
All my humanoids think I'm right. That's what they write on their t-shirts. You're right, meaning trebuchet.
Okay then.
At trebuchet LOL on
the Twitter
Twitter.
machine.
Yeah.
So,
Who were those general managers that were selected?
well, first we hear from Stephanie.
Uh-huh.
She's all like,
She's in charge of which brand?
Raw.
Monday Night Raw, the flagship show.
And it is none other than the Micker himself, Mick Foley.
Yes.
Give it up for him.
Kind of a surprise pick, definitely.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked
You mean
it.
he's already on
Well,
the network?
yeah, but you may like it, but you don't know the history. But between Mick Foley and the McMahon Helmsley regime was not fun through the early aughts.
Just talk about it.
Well,
Educate me.
Stephanie McMahon's husband, Triple H, is the man who retired Mick Foley in his last match at Hell in a Cell at No Way Out years ago. And during Mick Foley's last run, it was Stephanie McMahon and Triple H who were always trying to thwart him from regaining his always coveted WWE championship.
Mm-hmm.
And but it shows you what kind of person Mick Foley is to be able to put those differences aside and work with the princess, the I don't know, the queen of the queendom, if you will. I'm like, for lack of a better term. And I'm really curious to see what kind of chemistry they're gonna have together, working as a team as opposed to being opponents. Because on the other side, on Friday Night Smackdown, Shane O'Mac,
Friday Night Smackdown.
or it was Friday Night Smackdown, on Smackdown Live, which is on now on Tuesdays on the USA
It was
Network.
Thursday.
It was at Fridays too at one point. It was on
At
Fridays.
the time you're talking about, it was Thursday.
Whatever.
I'm like Friday. What? Go on. Tuesday.
On UPN. Okay, what happened?
On UPN, yes. Be sure to tune in and listen to the sweet sounds of Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler every Thursday night
I
on
don't know.
UPN.
I might tune in on WCW instead.
Oh, TNT. But
I was Dee Ambrose was prepping for SmackDown to be on yesterday. She's like, "Where is it?" I was like, "You saw that, remember?"
yeah. But, no, Shane McMahon just is a panderaholic, and he decided to pick leader of the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan. And what did you name this team, Patterson? You had a good name for it when you first saw it.
I don't remember that. I remember saying that your tan line is a tandana.
That
isn't
on
good.
your
It's
forehead.
not-
Oh, so we're just going to
Let's
straight
talk
up
about Trebuchet's
assassinate
forehead.
Trebuchet's forehead here. That's cool.
Well, because
Yes.
Steve Hell knows on SmackDown. I don't remember that.
I don't know. They were just pandering to the audience a lot. You had a good pun.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Give it 10.
Yeah.
Oh, the Panda Express.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Panda Express.
Yeah. Come on now. I'm like, it was good.
Writing that down.
That belongs on a t-shirt.
Team Panda Express, because I am all about my yes movement. Yes, yes, yes.
God, you're an idiot. Like, you just will not jump off the Daniel Bryan train.
Never.
We got the
I thought you liked Daniel Bryan.
We got the Hall of Famer Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon Helmsley running Raw.
Before you two even knew.
I'm Team Raw all the way.
Before you
Team
even knew
Raw
who was on
all
what
the
team.
way.
I know, it doesn't matter.
You're all SmackDown. You're all Raw. And I'm
You
like,
wanted to
I
wait.
wonder who's on what
Yeah.
team. Like,
And now that you know that, which we'll get into it, we'll have to see what you actually think.
yeah.
Which will.
Yeah, because the draft happened shortly after this on a later episode of Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Or
They're
actually
thinking
SmackDown.
They're gonna get the cruiserweight title being a thing.
Yeah, well, I was talking about this off the air because Dean Ambrose got drafted to SmackDown.
Okay, you're jumping the gun here a little bit, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I don't
we're
have
gonna
a ton
talk
of
about the
time here.
matches.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh.
Matches in Raw.
Really? Okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
we gotta make picks here and stuff
Yeah,
too.
we do. I'm aware of that.
Okay.
Baron Corbin defeated Sin Cara. Don't really care. Cesaro and Sami Zayn defeated Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. Not much really to say about that. Darren Young defeated Alberto Del Rio. Anything?
Darren
No.
Young keeping
winning
streak.
with Bab on the side. Yep.
Somebody said Bab.
Somebody said Bab. Yeah, I don't know who it was.
I think it was
but
Stephanie.
It was Renee.
It was Renee. Yeah, it was. The club. They had a 12-man tag match. The Club and the Wyatt family teamed up to take on John Cena, Enzo, and Cass with the New Day. The New Day and John Cena's team ended up losing that match, which I thought was actually pretty good for a 12-man tag match. It went pretty good.
Because you've seen so many in the past.
They're all right.
How many have you seen in the past? I'm just curious. Maybe 2.
Maybe.
I think. Well, they do 16.
Based on that, it was pretty good.
Don't they do like 16-man more often? Like have 4 teams?
Not usually.
I feel like they normally have 4 teams.
They usually do 8-man tags, is what they do.
Yeah.
They do 8-man tags where they'll do 4 tag teams or something like that. Very rarely do they have that many guys go at it.
Okay. Anything else you want to bring up about me not being able to see us? Or
Hey, you're the GM, man. Run the show. Like,
Rusev was with Sheamus in a tag team, and they beat the Ziggles and Riders of the world. Woo woo woo! You lost. In the Divas or the Women's World, sorry, Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch were on a team, and I was very behind them because I enjoy my legit boss, and they defeated Charlotte and Dana Brooke, but it was via disqualification. Also, the main event, quite lengthy. Quite a good match. I got home. I missed part of it, and people were like, "You have to see what happened." And I was like, "What do you mean you have to see what happened?" The Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. You want to bring up any details before the end of the match?
no, go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. It was a good match. It was really long. Like, it started an hour before, like almost an hour before, like Raw was supposed to be over. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have a good match.
That's not right. The recording was just set up weird.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well done. It was pretty long though. I did watch pretty much all of it when I got back. It was pretty good. But in the end, there was a 3 count and no announcement of who won.
That's not true
All
either.
shoulders on the ground.
The
I
referee
think
never
Stephanie
declared
McMahon made the
who won.
announcement. Seth Rollins had the title, and then they faded to black.
The referee never announced what happened. So it was ended.
You said there was no announcement. There was an announcement.
There was no official announcement because she is not an official.
She just runs the show.
It doesn't matter. She's not the official. She's not the official was still all like, oh, it's all like he's just in the corner, like I got something to say, kind of, and then Shane's all like, maybe we should listen to what he has to say, and they never like went over there. It just ended.
That was kind of a weird ending.
Stephanie gets handed the belt to Rollins, and it was over. So then I was like, well, we gotta see SmackDown now, right? So I'm like, well, luckily we watched them back to back on Tuesday. So SmackDown starts. It's live. We got a draft going on here. A draft of people on their teams, kind of their brands. We always like saying teams around here. I mean, it's it's an important Smackdown when they have a pre-show for it on the network.
Yeah.
no,
For
no,
real.
no lie. We pulled out Corey Graves.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a big deal.
The inaugural, and Lita. Lita was there.
Oh, yeah,
Booker
Lita was there.
T,
Mhm.
Renee.
Yep.
The inaugural SmackDown Live.
So then you find out on SmackDown that it was announced that WWE Champion Dean Ambrose will put his title on the line against Seth Rollins again. So clearly nothing happened. It doesn't matter.
Such a weird.
It's a sham. The end of Rollins is a sham.
One thing before we get into like what actually happened, they did like a commercial break with the show still going on in the corner.
Oh yeah, they did do that.
What do
Before we
they-
get
I
into what
forget what
actually
that's
happened,
called.
they call what would you call that? It's like a split screen, but like I mean they do it in NASCAR a lot. When they would cut the commercial, they show the track in the corner and the ticker on top. But they were just showing like a fifth of the screen with wrestling still. While they would still have like mid-match commercial break. So like they like to do, you know. Mm-hmm. Trebuchet, you quiet? Staying quiet.
Good.
Anything you want to talk about? SmackDown?
Nope.
Nope. Before we get to the draft,
Nope.
just rather draw.
Coloring.
You're not it's coloring one color. Doesn't count as coloring.
How many colors do you use at one time?
Multiple.
Really?
Skilled. I'm very skilled. I just go. Give me all the crayons. I get a. It's very
I beg to
sacrilegious.
differ. I will bet that I've had more pictures put on the refrigerator than you in the last decade.
Maybe.
Mine's on the
That's true.
refrigerator here
Right
now.
now,
I feel like
yeah.
I'm winning.
I ain't talking to you, Patterson. Don't you get in on this. I will outcolor you any day of the week.
No, it's very sacrilegious. I take a menorah and I get so much crayons in it.
Oh my God. All right, so the draft happened.
Yeah, let's look at the results of the draft.
There were some matches as well.
There were some matches, but we're just not going to talk about them, are we?
Draft results. Oh.
They were pretty more important. There were some matches in between draft picks. They never had. I don't think at any point they had a match where people who were already drafted.
Yeah, they did.
Well, the people were
They're
putting on
already
shirts.
wearing
The only one that was that I can think of was when Becky Lynch was going to go out there, but then she got ambushed by Natalia before the match was able to start.
I thought she ambushed Natalia. No, I remember Charlotte had one on. And I
You want to
remember
correct me at
Dean
all?
Ambrose
You
and
know the
Seth
knowledge.
Rollins.
You're just shutting up because you're being a bitch.
Well then.
Tell us what's going on. You know, you're the knowledge.
I'm being a bitch apparently. Jeez.
Who's right?
What?
We're talking about the not match between that Becky Lynch was supposed or one of them was supposed to have.
Well, no, you. People who were drafted were coming out with their respective brand T-shirts on.
Yeah.
You are wrong. Seth Rollins
I
came
said
out.
that.
Right, but
Seth Rollins came out with a Raw T-shirt on. He was one of the first guys to do it.
yeah.
It was like one of the first picks.
Becky and Natalia, though, who texted them? I think Becky and Natalia.
Natalia jumped Becky. I believe. No,
It's hard to keep track right now for me, honestly. But
I think Becky jumped Natalia. They keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
when you watch them back to back like that, it's like,
I thought it was. I don't know. Now you got me. Now you got me second guessing it. Now you got me second guessing which way it was. But no, I didn't think there were. Besides the main event, I didn't think there. And that match that never happened. I didn't think anyone wrestled that was drafted. Is that true, Trebuchet?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I think you're
'Cause
wrong.
you fall asleep like halfway through too, though. I don't.
I think that was after the draft. That was the hour after the draft part. But what I was trying, like,
I'm
what
like,
they seemed
you're
like
wrong.
they were
You're
angling for.
wrong because Sami Zayn came out and he was drafted.
He wrestled in a match after being drafted.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
There we go. I will take
John
that.
Cena came out. I'm sure he was drafted early.
No, his match was
No,
before
he
being
got
drafted.
drafted after.
That's what I was saying. It seemed like they were setting it up.
So
for
in that
have a
one,
match,
in
get
that
drafted,
one
have a match
case,
get draft. Like it seemed like they wanted to showcase these people who are still undrafted, so they could move up the draft.
I think at the beginning there was no there was a red match for people who weren't drafted, but then as it went on, like almost everybody had them.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of
After results here. Boom, boom, boom. But in the main event, let's not about the main event. And let's go over the brands and then get into our picks here. This is that right.
Yeah. No,
This is
that's
all-
the one that we went to.
Is anybody still listening?
They're almost all of them. I just talked about the draft. There we go.
Yeah, this is way better to look at. This is way better to look at. Oh wait, hold on. I was seeing if it said something. Oh, no, it didn't. Never mind. I thought it was going to say something about that Becky Lynch thing because I saw her name and it was about where she was drafted. It wasn't. This is me.
Oh, down at the bottom.
Quick match results. Yes, that's better. That's better. Yeah, I'll let you go over those because quick. John Cena defeated Luke Gallows in the first match of the night before either any of them were drafted. Darren Young and Zack Ryder defeated The Miz and Rusev via submission.
Two champions lost.
Yep, the double champions and the double contenders for those respective belts.
Oh, I forget Zack Ryder's a contender.
Yeah,
I always forget
he's
that.
the contender there. Woo, 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 you know it, but you don't know it, but you're gonna. Bray Wyatt defeated Xavier Woods, and the drama around the New Day and Xavier, and Xavier Woods' intimidation from the Wyatt family continues. Charlotte and Dana Brooke defeated Sasha Banks 2-on-1. Obviously, they're gonna win. They have two.
Doesn't always happen that way.
Doesn't always happen that way from what I hear. I hear it's more often that the one wins in a handicap match. But in this particular situation, I was like, this is not looking good.
Well, especially because they haven't announced Sasha Banks' tag partner. I'm still gonna say it's gonna be Paige.
Yeah, I think they probably have that. We'll look at the card when we make our picks and all that. But
Unless she's gonna bring like Bailey up, I could see that.
that could happen. They could
That'd be
bring
weird
some more people
timing.
from NXT up.
That would be a weird time.
Chris Jericho defeated Cesaro. Sorry, Cesaro section. Boo. And then the main event. Can I get a recap from Trebuchet, please?
WWE Championship match.
Kind of a big deal. Not a big deal to you? Are you just ignoring me? Like, what's going on?
I'm being a bitch.
Why are you being a bitch?
I don't know. That's what you said.
Stop it. Like, this is not cool.
This is good radio.
This is not good radio. And as a general manager, fucking do something. Fucking do something. You're pissing me off. Like, what the hell? I wouldn't do this when you're general manager. Just be completely quiet.
I beg to differ. I believe you have pulled that card before, but that's beside the point.
Okay, are you going to recap this for me?
It's a WWE Championship match between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. That's not really a recap. What happened?
They had a match.
They had a match. Yeah.
A rematch after what Seth Rollins allegedly won that.
You know what happened. You know the moves that happened. You can be going into detail here. I know you can. Why are you not doing it?
Good.
I don't remember much memorable.
I know I can't say anything because I don't know anything to say.
Okay. Dean Ambrose won.
So nothing else matters. Shane and Stephanie were there. That doesn't matter. There weren't any shenanigans that happened at all. Like, you don't, like, you not know? Like,
Nah,
are you just trying to make me look bad?
no, you're doing a pretty good job of that yourself.
Okay. This is not cool at all. Like, what the hell?
I don't know why you. What?
Like, do you really not have anything more to
No,
say?
I don't. Like,
Okay.
geez.
Like, I thought there were some eventful stuff that happened in that match. It was just sort of a WWE Championship match, and they were at ringside watching it, and nothing happened. Except Dean Ambrose won.
I don't remember anything, but it says if you scroll up a little bit, I'm sure it'll say it. Wow, they really go into detail in this
Okay, well we're gonna read this then. Before the match begins, Seth Rollins attacks Dean Ambrose and stomps away at him. Ambrose stomps him into the corner, and Ambrose falls out of the ring. Rollins rips off his Smackdown shirt and sends him, or Ambrose's Smackdown shirt, and sends him headfirst into the ring post. Rollins holds up WWE Championship as we go to commercial. And then that commercial break didn't go side to side, if I remember correctly.
No, there was only the one.
Yeah, there was only the one at the first match of the night. The bell rings to start the match, and Rollins immediately attacks Ambrose and stomps him down. Rollins connects with a Falcon's Arrow for a near fall, and argues with the referee over the count. I remember that. Rollins runs a knee into his head and punches him against the ropes. Rollins gets on the apron, boots him in the head, yada yada yada. We go. There's some super kicks. There's some back body drops. There's they get out of the ring. They go into the barricade. One of them jumps through into the timekeeper's area. No humanoid points for that. Commercial break. We come back to see Rollins slapping Ambrose in the head. Rollins sends him into the corner and hits the running forearm. Rollins connects with another running forearm before trying a third, but Ambrose pops out of the corner with a hard clothesline. Then there's some jabs and some chops from Dean Ambrose, but then Rollins reverses the whip. Dean Ambrose rolls him up for a 2 count. Ambrose comes right back, swinging neck breaker for a near fall. Ambrose goes to the top rope and jumps, but Rollins kicks him and gives him a turnbuckle powerbomb. Rollins goes to the top rope and goes for a frog splash, but Ambrose moves. I remember that too. Ambrose comes back with a... How do you pronounce it?
La Magistral.
La Magistral. I don't know if I have the right stress on the right syllable in the second word there. Cradle for a near fall. The obligatory "This is awesome" chant is heard in the crowd. Rollins counters with dirty deeds by backing him into the corner. Rollins punches him as the referee tries to back him up. Rollins pokes Ambrose in the eyes before going to the pedigree, but Ambrose gives him a back body drop over the top rope, whips him out for a suicide dive, goes to the top rope, comes off with an elbow drop to the floor, gets him back into the ring, goes to the top rope, but Rollins scales the ropes for a superplex. Rollins tries to roll through for another suplex, but Ambrose lands on his feet, connects with another dirty deeds for the clean victory for the championship. No controversy there. Shane and Daniel Bryan come down to celebrate, and a yes chant ensues. And then there is a fade to black, and they talk about the commentators go through the matches for Battleground, and then they're like, if you want to see more draft picks, go to the network now. And then we did, and then it was all like start from the beginning, and it was the beginning of the draft, and we're like, what the hell? Get it together, network. And then we figured it out, and we watched the whole draft.
I think they're just basically trying to make it like a Sports Center panel, like kind of thing.
Yeah, because
they review the whole thing.
Well, no, what we could have done is we could have had with the 2 TV setups that we have here all the time. We could have watched them on one while they were drafting Smackdown Live, which is sort of like happens on like you can watch Sports Center, like March Madness. They pick on one channel and you can watch the analysis on the other channel at the same time if you wanted to do that. Watch the teams come out or whatever. So, anyways, so the Raw roster is Seth Rollins went first because they were just saying he's the champion. Really, that's what they announced it. They were still from Raw. They're like, well, he's gonna win this, and even if it's on the line again, whatever. He's gonna beat Ambrose. So they took him first. SmackDown's like, we'll just take the champion, Ambrose. Then Raw's like, well, we enjoy the ladies. We're gonna take the women's champion, Charlotte. And then AJ Styles went fourth, which I was like, that's a little high for AJ Styles, even though I like AJ Styles a lot, and I think he's a really good competitor, and I'm very happy with his integration with WWE, but still a high pick for that. Then Finn Balor. He's got an accent on his A now. No one's calling him Finn Balor anymore. So Raw, and that was the first pick from NXT. They're required to pick. So that's the first round. Every round is 3 picks from Raw, 2 picks from SmackDown Live. And Raw gets the first and last pick of every 5-pick round. They have to pick, both brands collectively have to pick 6 total NXT roster people at that point. The people on that roster. So
each picks 3, right? Yeah.
I don't know if it had to be each pick 3. It wasn't specified really. I mean, I'm assuming that's what happened. I don't know. Sort of, I'm about to keep running tally as we talk about this.
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
Yeah. So round 2, Roman Reigns went to Raw, John Cena went to SmackDown, Brock Lesnar went to Raw, sort of high because he's not around much, but it's a really good draw. Randy Orton went to SmackDown Live. The New Day went to Raw, kind of, you thought late for being tag team champions. I
Yeah.
thought, I mean, this isn't really like a sports style draft because, I mean, even with our fantasy, we would draft. The New Day and the Miz and Rusev would have went all in like the first 8 picks, no problem. It would have just
Yeah.
been champions and contenders, and that would have been it.
Yeah.
But they were collecting drama, and it's wrestling. So, Sami Zayn went to Raw. Bray Wyatt went to SmackDown. Sasha, second woman to take in, went to Raw. Second woman, sorry. Then SmackDown countered with their first female pick of Becky Lynch. Chris Jericho went to Raw. That recaps that round. Then finally, in round 4, champion. Rusev goes to Raw. Miz goes to SmackDown. Kevin Owens goes to Raw. Baron Corbin goes to SmackDown. Then Enzo and Cass go to Raw. Teams are allowed to be selected individually or as a team. As you see, most of them so far has been a team. But you'll have noticed also that Bray Wyatt went to SmackDown for that team. They are not calling them a team, the Wyatt family. Round 5, Gallows and Anderson considered a team. They're always with each other, even though AJ Styles is not with them. Going to Raw, and AJ Styles went to SmackDown, so they're separated at least for now. But it'll make pay-per-views a lot very interesting because I feel like they will still have each other's back. American Alpha goes to SmackDown Live from NXT. We know nothing about them. I mean, we saw the pick and we all were like, I don't know who that is. It's like it's silent.
Willing and Gable, I remember saying that.
Yep, I remember that.
Sign, I think, was from them. I don't know. We'll see.
Then Raw picked The Big Show. Good veteran there. Dolph Ziggler went to SmackDown. Nia Jax was picked by Raw from NXT. A very, very large woman, sorry. It's still ingrained in my head.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Awesome Kong with her size. On round 6, Neville goes to Raw. Natalya goes to SmackDown. Cesaro goes to Raw. Alberto Del Rio goes to SmackDown. Sheamus goes to Raw. That's all the ones that we saw on SmackDown Live. And now on the Draft Center Live, we saw the first pick, The Golden Truth, on that portion of the show, went to Raw. Then SmackDown countered with the tag team of the Usos. The early one, Titus O'Neil, goes to Raw. The Demon Kane goes to SmackDown Live. Paige goes to Raw. Round 8, Darren Young with Bob Backlund goes to Raw. Kalisto goes to SmackDown. Sin Cara goes to Raw. Naomi goes SmackDown Live. Jack Swagger goes to Raw. The Ascension, picked before the Dudley Boys, goes to SmackDown Live. The Dudley Boys get picked next, go to Raw. Zack Ryder goes to SmackDown. Summer Rae goes to Raw. Apollo Crews goes to SmackDown. Mark Henry goes to Raw. Alexa Bliss goes to SmackDown Live from NXT. We know nothing about her. Bayley's still not picked.
Not Bayley or Asuka.
Every time I saw a female that looked like someone I didn't know, I was like, "Is that Bayley?" I don't know what Bayley looks like. Really?
She looks really young. Like she looks like my age.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Then Braun.
I mean, not that like Paige is like my age. So
yeah.
I mean, they're not.
They're not old by any means, most of them. But Braun Strowman went to Raw. Breezango went to SmackDown Live. Bo Dallas went to Raw.
Controversy there.
Yep.
Chris Axel and Heath Slater were not
picked yet, and Bo Dallas already went to Raw, 50th pick overall. Eva Marie went to SmackDown Live. The Shining Stars went to Raw, so we all know that those people, Primo and Epico, whatever they're called now, they're still trying to be branded as something, so that's because they're on the product sale. The Vaudevillians went to SmackDown. Alicia Fox went to Raw, still around, not just on Instagram. Eric Rowan went to SmackDown. Dana Brooke went to Raw. Mojo Raw, so she's going to be with Charlotte. Mojo Rawley from NXT went to SmackDown. Don't remember much about that. I don't know. We were really getting deep into the picks here. We only got 2 more. Curtis Axel gets picked, goes to Raw, and lastly, with the final pick for SmackDown Live, Carmella. Carmella's coming up. But not on the same brand as Enzo and Cass, so she is not going to be fine as hell, and you can't teach that. Undrafted Heath Slater. That's the only thing that they say after that. Because at the end of the portion of the network, that hour, they just cut to Heath Slater in an empty room with folding chairs. People were waiting to be drafted, and he was like with like a remote or something. If I remember right, he's like, "What the hell? When am I coming?" It was kind of funny.
He's like, Curtis Axel got picked,
So Patterson, now that you know the teams, what do you think? What brand, what team are you being allegiant to? Would you like to see it? Like, maybe I can find it side by side somewhere.
No.
Okay. Take a quick look.
Uh,
It's tough. Well, the Raw is more people. Raw is also going to have a cruiserweight division. We haven't really talked about that yet. Trebuchet had some thoughts about that.
Basically, everyone I like is on Raw. Golden Truth, Cesaro,
I really like Raw's
Sasha
roster.
Banks. I think Raw's got a better roster.
I think
for
so.
sure.
I
Kevin
think
Owens
so too,
is
but
on
I'm
there.
still Team Smackdown for just the general manager, the Panda Express, as we like to call them.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's still so speculative on what they're actually going to do. They haven't really been very forthright in what's going to happen. Like, our belts, we don't even know if the belts are like stuck in the brands or if they can move or what.
And then, like, what about, like, oh, well, I guess Brie Bella's been out for a while and Nikki's still injured or whatever, but there's some people that, like, have been on and
there's still
like,
people,
Emma's injured. We
Yeah.
don't know what happened to Luke Harper.
there's still active roster people that aren't to a brand, but a lot of it's injury and some of it is just, there's more undrafted people than Heath Slater, really, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But so it'll be interesting to see what they do. It'll be interesting to see how SmackDown evolves, if it stays like the usual, B-rate SmackDown, or if they really try to reinvent it into something new. And that's what I think they should do with it.
Well,
Make
they
it
got the
something
big
actually
belt.
New.
And they got Dean Ambrose. That was a good
They got
move.
Dean Ambrose, yeah, exactly. So now the card for Battleground, which I apparently was a mistake.
Lightning round, 15 minutes.
Pre-show match will be first. We will pick it.
I'm really excited for Battleground, personally.
It's gonna be a good pay-per-view because like all this stuff is going on. Like they aren't even. I mean, it's not gonna be like top tier pay-per-view like a SummerSlam or like you know, like WrestleMania or anything. But it's still gonna be good just because of all this stuff that's going down lately. You haven't gotten the usual hype that you see before pay-per-view. Is this a pre-show, you think? Probably. It doesn't say.
I don't
It
think
seems like a pre-show match, but probably not.
let's just go with
Let's just go with what it says. It may not be a pre-show match. I'm just gonna write Becky versus Natalya, which as we said, there's clearly bad blood between the two, based on what happened on SmackDown Live. Patterson, who are you picking?
I'm going to pick Becky Lynch.
I don't know. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I'm just thin Eddie. Treb is bathroom bound right now. We'll circle back. The Miz takes on Darren Young. I will select The Miz. Patterson?
What brands are they on?
That's a really good question. I should have left that open. I'm going to open the tab back up. So I also would like to know that for some of these.
Well, this is on SmackDown.
Because like I said, I'm assuming at this pay-per-view, for at least this pay-per-view, they're gonna. Oh.
No, the belts are probably going to move.
Breaking news. There's new logos for Raw and SmackDown. Do we like them? If I can show you them. Well, they look pretty white.
I don't like the Raw one.
I don't like the Raw one either. That's what I was thinking. I think I've seen the SmackDown one. I think they've shown it before. They didn't rebrand it. They didn't use it entirely on SmackDown last time. But yeah, the Raw one just looks so like. That looks like an M upside down. That's all I keep looking at is the W. I'm like, it doesn't look good. It's just like, I don't know. So, anyways, let's see. So we want to know if, who do I want? Ryder. No,
Very young.
Wrong belt. Wrong contender for the wrong belt. Ryder.
Raw.
Jerry Young. Yeah, right there. He's on Raw.
And the Miz is on SmackDown.
Yep. That is a potential change of belt for. Well, they could do to build drama. I could see because I'm assuming for this purpose of this pay-per-view, the belts aren't tied to the brand, so they haven't said anything about it yet. So if
They
both
wouldn't be. Why would they pick Seth Rollins if Seth Rollins were going to be?
Yeah,
Why
I
would
know.
they draft Seth Rollins and assume he's going to be the champ?
Mhm.
And the belts are definitely
Well,
moving.
what they used to do when the brands were split before is they had they had more pay-per-views than they did now. Like we have like 13 or 14 now, and they had like 16 then. And there were like 6 SmackDown ones, 6 Raw ones, and then like WrestleMania and SummerSlam, like 4 ones that were everybody. They actually had separate pay-per-views too. It was kind of weird. So they like wouldn't have to have, they could build it in a way, that makes sense for that. But
Right.
I could see the Intercontinental and the US both switching. It wouldn't surprise me. It would build drama for both the launches of these brands.
I'm going to go with The Miz.
The Miz. We'll circle back to Krebster. Rusev, the other belt here we were just talking about of the two sort of little belts. Rusev's taking on Zack Ryder, defending his belt.
I'm going with Ryder.
I cannot go against Rusev right now because I'm a team.
I don't even talk about fantasy, man.
Yeah, we are not gonna have time for a fantasy update. We will get to it after the pay-per-view.
I don't even want to talk about it ever.
It's pretty. Your team is pretty in the dumps right now. Pretty bad. Okay, on to the next match. Sasha Banks and mystery partner. Obviously, who's the mystery partner? Are you going with Bayley?
No, I'm going with Paige.
Okay. I heard you mention Bayley earlier. Sasha Banks, mystery partner. We're talking about. She's a mystery tag team partner.
Oh, really?
Paige is a really good choice. I feel like it could be someone. I'm gonna look at the brand again really quick, and I'm gonna look at it and say, is someone that got drafted on Raw that's from NXT. I feel like it's a really potential choice here for that.
Oh, top.
Oh,
Second
what's her
round.
name? No,
Oh, Nia Jax.
I'm gonna go with Nia Jax.
Trev, you gonna come make some picks?
Nope.
Going to work?
Yep.
All right.
I will take the mystery partner in Sasha Banks, though. I'll take Sasha and Nia Jax.
You're going against Charlotte.
Yes, I am going against
It's
Charlotte. It's
not-
not for the belt. So I as I said the last time this happened, because I remember when I was like, I'm never bringing in Charlotte again, and then the next match wasn't a championship match. I was like, oh, I don't think it's required that I question mark Gal versus Charlotte and Brooke. I don't think it's necessarily required that I take them in that kind of situation. So I'm going with Sasha because legit boss, etc. Patterson.
Gonna go with Sasha
Oh,
because she returned not too long ago.
and she's on Raw, so it's to make keep the belt there. Or right, the belt's not changing. God damn, what am I thinking? We were just talking about it. Okay, the New Day versus the Wyatt family. I'm actually curious. Is this? They don't see a C on this card here. I mean,
I
it's
don't
for the
think-
belt.
I don't
isn't it?
think.
Nope. Will not be Okay, this is not for the belt unless something changes at the last minute. So that's just so weird. I feel like they just made up a storyline to fill in time to transition into this new brand thing for this
No,
because it really was building towards this whole Xavier thing was really building towards the potential of breakup of the New Day. I
well,
felt
they
like.
broke up the Wyatts though.
I know, but why would they break up the Wyatts? You know what I mean? The Wyatts were intimidating the New Day into being broken up. They feel like they're the stronger. They're more cohesive than them at that point. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just sort of strange. That's why I sort of feel like it was just like, well, we sort of have this storyline in our back pocket was for the New Day because the New Day had gone up against. They're running out of people to go up against. They needed the brand to change. They needed the people to shuffle around just so they can have they can go up against some people from NXT they brought up.
Honestly, I like it though because it's the power of positivity versus just fear.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, just for the thematic interest there. But I'm gonna
that's
go.
all I care about. I don't know if you noticed.
too. Who are you taking here?
Wyatt.
I might as well.
I'm so predictable, you know.
I might as well. I think I am. I'm going to as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Dean Ambrose. Yeah, you should make some picks. You should make them for him. No,
Sasha Banks and the mystery one.
okay, you're taking Sasha.
Yeah.
Okay, Rusev and Zack Ryder. Who are you taking, Dean? Rusev. The Miz versus Darren Young with Bob Backlund.
Ooh, Darren Young.
Okay. Becky Lynch versus Natalia.
Oh, that is one, huh? Becky Lynch.
Okay, who do you think is going to be the mystery person with Sasha that's going to help her win?
Well, I don't know.
It's going to be not Charlotte Brooke or Gina Brooke. It's going to be some other woman.
Could be like
really?
Alicia Fox or somebody random, but Alicia I think is on Smackdown.
She picked
Yeah,
Paige.
That's what I was gonna say. Then.
What?
Yeah, Paige.
Paige? Okay.
Could be like Summer Rae, probably not.
Summer Rae. Yeah, they're in the same brand. That would make sense, actually. But
Probably
anyways,
not.
probably.
Summer Rae's a shit pick.
I mean, it would
I
be.
mean,
just
I love her,
It'd be.
but-
She's not. It's not the best to take on those two.
She's not a good person to pick for your team for anything. Is basically what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Like Paige is a better person to pick for that.
Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. This will be a new interesting feud they're starting here. I don't even know. I'm gonna go with Sammy.
I always
He
pick
hasn't
Sammy.
had a pay-per-view win really much, has he? You pick him a lot. You should. know
I
more
pick
than
him
me.
a lot, and I feel like he lets me down every time, so I'm gonna pick him again.
All right, yeah.
The one time I don't pick him is gonna be the time he fucking wins. So
There's Roy, who always.
Do you want the New Day or the Wyatt family?
Wyatt.
Okay, Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens?
Owens.
Okay. And you took Sammy
that'd be
Patterson.
good.
Next up, John Cena with Enzo Amore and Big Cass tag teaming up with the club or against the club. I will pick. Yeah, do you have a choice here? John Cena and Enzo and Cass versus the club, which is AJ Styles and those guys.
John Cena.
John, of course, taking John Cena. Okay.
The Wyatts are the only people I'm picking that are not babyface this year.
Cena, Enzo, and Cass versus the club. I need to look and see. Enzo and Cass are on Raw too. And John Cena's on SmackDown. This is all split. It's Cena is on SmackDown. Cena and AJ Styles are both on SmackDown, and then they're accompanied by two people that are tag teams on Raw, which is kind of interesting. I'm gonna go with. I don't know. That's the tough pick.
Well, I'm taking.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm taking the club.
Taking the club. I'm gonna go with Cena. I was just about to say that. Like they really haven't given the club the short end of the stick when it comes to pay-per-views. And when they do that with some people, it seems to be a trend. But they'll just keep doing it with people. So, lastly, our main event triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. I need to the versus.
Oh, my
You know, our little C.
Yeah, I can throw a C in there too. I will pick. This is hard. I don't know. You can pick. This is hard. I thought I was gonna say Dean right out of the gate, but now I'm thinking about it. The whole Roman. I don't think Roman's gonna win. I don't know.
I'm sticking with Dean.
Sticking with Dean. Okay.
Dean.
Obviously, D Ambrose taking Dean Ambrose. It's tough. Both the other two are on Raw. I'm gonna go with. gonna stick with the champ. What's usual strategy? When I can't have when I don't have a firm decision on why to not pick the champ, I should just pick the champ. Is how I feel. So, yeah, that pretty much covers it. I don't know what Treb's gonna pick, but our picks are kind of similar right now between the two of us, at least. I mean, we got some differences here and like here, but that's about it. Oh, and there too, I guess.
Mystery partner, I think should be
Worth at least more than one. 2, 3,
2.
2. 2 points. Okay. Well, we will see what happens, and it should be a good pay-per-view. I'm looking forward to it. It'll hopefully give us more clarity going into the next episode of Raw and what they're doing with the brands and stuff. Might potentially have a new general manager, and I potentially will cash in the Money in the Bank, which I have lost. No, it's over there still. I'm like, I haven't needed to use it. I haven't even needed to threaten people with it. I'm not going to threaten myself with it much. So, final words, Trebuchet. Thank you. That's when I work. Final words, D. Ambrose.
Maybe I'll be general manager, even though it don't count.
Yes, that's the spirit. Final words, Patty Patterson.
I'm excited to see the new women. I haven't seen Carmella ever yet.
I'm excited to see Nia Jax and Carmella. You've like never seen Carmella like ever.
No.
Like, we at least first time we saw Enzo and Cass on that like specialty WWE Network special show that was on like from like it was like a Saturday. It was like for Fantasy Points and Drop the Belts. We watched it,
Right.
and it was on like a Saturday in Montreal, and they were there. They had Carmella as their escort, and it was a part of the spiel they did. I'm assuming that's what they were doing in NXT for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it works better without her. Enzo and Cass, really, because of their attitude and everything. But so it'll be interesting to see if she can wrestle. Like, I don't even know if she like has any. Like, I'm sure she's been training. If she,
Obviously, if she's by herself.
yeah, she's by herself.
She's not with them, yeah.
And they got picked to be on the main card and all that. So the interesting is to see what happens with her, even though it was like the last pick. What else was there? It's gonna be an interesting shake-up with the women's. I agree with you there. So excited to see what happens too.
Especially on Smackdown. I don't know what they're gonna do with Naomi.
They're gonna give her more time. They got to. They only have. I mean, they got Becky and Natty. And I don't think they can just, I mean, it's going to be a feud they're going to have, but they're going to have other matches besides that. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with the Divas, or the women on SmackDown entirely, just because there's no belt. So, Who knows what they're going to do? Co-ed matches? No, I don't know. They're going to call it the co-ed tag team belt. I've been pushing for the women's tag team belt. They're going to call it the co-ed tag team belt. I don't know. They should come out. They should come out with new belts. But honestly, I feel like they should just split the belt back up into 2, the big belt, because of this whole brand split. But we'll see what they have in store. I'm sure they have planned it out. Final words myself. It's been nice being your general manager again for another month or so of this. Even though it ended a little sour with Trapster having to go to work and being quiet. Drama on the Undisputed podcast. We could always use it. Maybe it'll generate some viewers, listeners, or whatever.
I'll listen once I'm on it.
There we go. Yeah, have a listen. Give us a view.
I do listen.
Anywho, I think its pay-per-view is going to be pretty good. Like I said earlier in the show, even though it hasn't been hyped, which is very counterintuitive to WWE's like system, but they've been busy with this draft and rewriting into a whole new era. And I had links, and I'll get to them when I potentially am not general manager. This is what he goes out.